With its entertainment centers, its attractive sightseeing areas, and the unique Mediterranean climate, every year Antalya welcomes many tourists and visitors from all over the world. When it comes to Antalya, you may think of hotels, restaurants, as well as various beach resorts and activities, but one of the real tourist attractions the city has to offer are the many local street markets that take place in every neighborhood on different days throughout the week and the weekend.
Dörtte bir fiyatına adamlara, erkeklere.
Typically, you have several markets per day in different areas of Antalya, and some of them are rather big and touristic while others are smaller and tend to attract mainly the locals. It depends on the neighborhood and the day. Şirinyalı Saturday Market, which is also called Pazarı or Sosyete Pazarı, which means Society Market, is one of the biggest and best quality markets in Antalya. It takes place in the Lara neighborhood of Antalya, and therefore is also known as Lara Market. Here you can pretty much find whatever you are looking for. One section of the market is dedicated to fresh fruit and veggies as well as fish, cheese, eggs, olives, sweets and other goodies. However, meat is not sold at the street markets. In order to buy it you will have to go to a butcher store or a supermarket. In the other part of the market you'll find clothes and textiles, all types of household items, souvenirs, etc. Having seen most of the markets in Antalya, we have to say that the Saturday market in Lara is one of the nicest markets in the whole city. Here you can find good quality products, and the market is well organized compared to others. The atmosphere is quite diverse, and lots of tourists and foreigners who live in the city come here on a regular basis to shop. The market is also frequented by lots of locals who even come from other parts of the city to visit. Compared to regular shops, the prices at the street markets in Antalya are mostly very affordable, and for some products you can even try to bargain about the price. This market had been set up in an open market area of 10,000 square meters since November 2018. But when we visited this market in December 2022, we found out that the widely spaced marketplace had been transformed and is now taking place along the streets in the neighborhood, as they had to evacuate the previous spot. The Saturday market takes place all day on Saturday and is located at Şirinyalı, 1500 Sokak number 13 in Muratpaşa, Antalya. When you come out of the market, you will also find sellers along the main streets in Lara, just outside of the market, so there are even more products to choose from. As mentioned, the street markets in Turkey are typically divided into two main sections: clothing and food. The clothing section itself covers a variety of merchandise, including bags and accessories. This section is probably the favorite part of the market for the ladies, and there are plenty of tables where you can just go through the merchandise that is laid out and try to find a bargain in your size. Prices at the market are very affordable for tourists, however, locals may have a different opinion on that. You can find some popular brands at the clothing section, but be aware that those are usually fakes. In case you prefer to buy originals, you may want to check out one of the many shopping centers in Antalya instead. One of the biggest ones, Tara City, is right down the street from the Saturday market. Sometimes you will find that shoes in the street market have been imported, therefore they might be sold at a higher price than similar items. The market sellers are mostly friendly and talkative if there are no language barriers, but many of them also try to make an effort and speak a bit of English, German and Russian to interact with their customers. However, if you know a few words in Turkish, it should come in handy when visiting a market. You can often bargain at the markets, but you should do this respectfully, and without humiliating the quality or value of the product in front of the seller or other customers. Many of the sellers are working at different street markets in the city throughout the week, so you might actually bump into the same sellers if you plan on visiting different markets in Antalya. Personally, we really like the Saturday street market in Lara, and have bought items from here since the variety and quality is often better than at other markets. If you are in Antalya and have a chance to visit, definitely come out, as it is a great opportunity to meet and interact with the locals, and see what types of fresh food is currently in season in Turkey. There is no off-season for the street markets in Antalya, including Şirinyalı Saturday Market, and you will find it busy the whole year. Most of the sellers put up some price signs for their products, but some do not, so you should ask them obviously about the price before buying. In Antalya's street markets you can find whatever fresh food is currently in season. Some sellers also import goods which are typically a bit pricier. Two examples for that are bananas and avocados, which are also grown locally. Product prices differ based on their quality and whether they are in season or not. By the way, you can always ask the seller to sample before buying. They are usually happy to let you taste their products, so don't be shy. The province of Antalya is well known for its oranges and mandarins, so foreigners who stay in this province don't need to worry about their vitamin C intake, especially in the winter. You will often find a juice stand as well in the street market, where you can buy a freshly squeezed orange or pomegranate juice, or a mix of different fruit juices. They are delicious, and you should definitely try one if you have the chance. As previously mentioned, you cannot buy any raw meat at Antalya's street markets, but of course you can enjoy a kebab or a doner if you get hungry, as there is usually a section in the market where lunch or snacks are prepared. Turkish pancake, which is called guzleme, and is typically served with a mix of savory stuffings like potatoes, herbs, spinach, meat, and cheese, is also a delicious street food to try when visiting a street market in Turkey. The location and setup of the Sosyete Market have recently changed, however, we still tried to cover most of the marketplace during our visit. Since we have probably missed out on a few sellers, for example the fish sellers or the shoe sellers, we will try and cover them in one of our next market videos. We hope you enjoyed this tour of Antalya's Saturday market in the Lara neighborhood, and hope to see you in our next video. And of course, We wish you all a happy and healthy New Year 2023.